Hello and welcome back to my Let's Play of Rise of the Argonauts. I join you back where we left off last time. At least I think it is, because it's been a few days. And we're gonna go ahead and continue our way through the palace. These people don't have anything interesting to say, I don't think. In this place...
This is where I first met Alcime.
When you were children?
Yes. Her father, King Lycomedes, left her in the care of my father while he was at war. 10 years she lived here.
Alcime, come back! She is willful, King. You must watch her carefully.
She'll be safe here, Lycomedes.
Indeed. No one knows. Not even my advisors. Alcime!
Are you spying? Here, father!
I see you've met young Jason.
King Lycomedes, sir.
Jason, word of advice. If I know my daughter, you're going to have to keep your wits about you.
Come, Hercules.
Well, that answers my question, doesn't it? There are a couple more of those little cutscenes, but I am going to get them all. It's just I'm not going to get them all in order, because that's pretty much impossible. They're strewn about all over the place, and to get the first one you have to come here, and then the second one you have to bypass a whole bunch of stuff, and then the third you have to bypass a whole bunch of stuff again, and then you have to come back to the palace and stuff. So I'm just going to get the ones I know.
Its might.
Let's talk to Antiphon here.
King Jason, I am Antiphon, royal poet. May Hermes guide your path in these dark times. When I have felt the sting of loss, my devotion to the messenger has always been a comfort.
So as you can guess, this guy is the same as the guard in the training area who was talking about Ares, but this guy's going to talk about Hermes. The other two, Apollo and Athena, are going to be talked about as well. And you do get a deed for this.
What poem are you working on now, Antiphon?
Ah, yes. I've been composing an elegiac verse to honor the memory of Princess Alcime. Perhaps the king would be willing to assist me?
I'm gonna do it.
What sort of help do you need?
I'm trying to find a worthy start. Which of her many qualities do you think I should treat first?
She did have many. But I would begin with her
As always, I choose Apollo over everything else.
beauty. All who looked upon her knew of that.
Very well. Let's see. A flower grew on Mycenae, its beauty plain to see. But once transplanted on a foreign shore, its beauty withered, and it was no more. That flower's name was Alcime, our queen, we sing to thee. It's a start, at least. To honor her, much work must be done.
If you seek to honor all her virtues, you have a very long poem ahead of you.
Now we're going to talk about Hermes.
You said before that Hermes brings you comfort in dark times. How so?
We often see Lord Hermes as the most light-hearted of the Olympians, a trickster, a storyteller, a rogue. But he is also the spirit guide. When I have lost a loved one, it helps to remember they pass to Hermes' care.
It seems I find followers of Hermes in more professions than any other of the Olympians.
Poets and athletes, merchants and thieves, travelers and shepherds, Hermes watches over all of these. Then there are his more official duties. Messenger of the gods, lord of the four winds, guide to the spirits of the fallen, keeper of lore. And he also inspires the placing of herms, of course.
Herms. The stones that mark the boundaries of different places.
Yes, those are herms, but there are other types. Some herms simply mark the site of important or historical events. The followers of Hermes place these markers to keep a record of the deeds of men.
I imagine Hermes' virtues help you with your poems.
Without them, I could scarcely call myself a poet. Followers of Hermes place wit above all other qualities. As we like to say, strength wanes and beauty fades, but only wit grows day by day. We also value agility of mind and body. It's said the best poets and the best swordsmen all pray to Hermes for his blessings. Diverse company indeed.
Everyone wake up, story's over.
I leave you to your work.
An honor, sir.
Now we're not just going down just yet because there's an
was a
open door over
princess
there and we are going to get another one of those flashbacks there. Also, it's you guys might recognize it. But first, let's just watch the flashback.
Jason, it's ill fortune to see me the night before our wedding.
It is ill fortune not to see you, any night or any day.
I'm told Argos' ship is almost ready for us. Where will we go first?
Alcime, I have sworn to watch over Iolcus.
I know, Warden. You have your duty. Fortunately, Iolcus is so perfect I could stay here forever. Now, King Jason, this humble princess of Mycenae is going to retire. And she does not expect to see you again until such time as you are ready to wed her.
Then I will see you tomorrow. It will be the best day of my life.
The best night, too, I hope.
Is something the matter, Jason?
No, it's nothing.
So we go from them first meeting to them already almost being wed. And if you look closely,
palace wasn't destroyed.
shut up. This is actually where the assassin shot her. From here all the way to there. Seems impossible, right? Well, not for a black tongue. Rest assured though, we are going to kill many more black tongues. I'm gonna actually see and check if I have any D's left. No, damn it. Let's just go ahead and continue with our tour through the palace then. Where are we coming out? Ah, where we first met Alcime. We go left here. Ah, yes. Elpis.
King Jason.
Elpis, I didn't know you were among the injured.
Oh, it was nothing. I'm recovered mostly. It's just my poor parents.
What do you mean?
My parents don't know what happened to me, nor do I want them to. They're old and in ill health. Why let them worry? Could you tell them I'm well? That I've just been too busy to see them?
Now, normally I would choose Athena above all else here, but I think that if I choose Athena I will lose this quest, let's call it. Although it's not really a quest. So I'm actually going to choose Hermes for this because you get 1 or 2 extra choices out of it.
Of course. Why burden them?
I knew you'd understand.
Rest now, Elpis. I'll speak to your parents.
I'd rather not take any chances, so that's why
What
I
a
chose
view.
it.
You can see for miles here.
Well, all you can really see is that island over there. Let's check out what these people are doing.
What valor! What courage!
Guards Memorial.
The sacrifices of those who died in defense of this land will never be forgotten. Be proud of your men and women, your sons and daughters, your kin. They honored their vows. May we give as much to honor our own.
Nice little speech there. If we go through there, I believe we come back out to where we first arrived after leaving the Colosseum, so... or the Mausoleum, not the Colosseum, that's something different. So we're going to just continue on to the exit of the palace, but before we go, there's something I need to do. Hang on, I'm having troubles here.
Your father was a great man. I am sorry, Jason.
He's with my mother now, in Elysium. He lived a life of honor.
My father was very upset when he heard the news. Said that Greece had lost a great king. I agree with him, but I also think Greece has gained a great king. You outrank me now, King Jason. I don't know if I like it.
Alcime, marry me.
What?
Before I knew what love was, I loved you. Every second I look at you, I love you more. Marry me, Alcime.
Yes, Jason. With all my heart. Yes.
I will find a way. Come.
Damn it, soon that bug again. Sometimes some Argonauts won't say something when they're supposed to. It's some kind of bug or glitch or something, but I can't fix it. If you noticed, we actually got another deed, and I believe if we redeem it for Apollo, we will get another aspect point, which will become power block. I do think I use that a lot. Now we can also access this ring. And I think I'm going to go for that one first. Let's check the other gods for aspect points. He doesn't have much. I think no, doesn't have anything. Let's go into the throne room. We're going to be spending a little bit of time here.
Hail, King Jason.
Captain Idas, how are you feeling?
Better, my king. My pride was injured more than anything. Was a time those Ionian dogs wouldn't have had a chance.
You fought bravely, my friend. The odds were great.
I've got 3 things for your attention, Jason. First, we have the results from our investigation of the attack. Second, I've just received a report of a disturbance in the village. And lastly, there's a private matter I would discuss with you.
Doesn't really matter which one you pick, you have to talk about all of them. So let's just go from left to right.
Let's hear the investigation report.
I'm afraid it's both disturbing and...
What's the disturbing part?
Oops.
The assassin bore all the markings of a Black Tongue. His dress, his weapons, his tattoos, and of course, his marksmanship. Jason, I went to that balcony. There's not a bowman in Greece who could have made that shot.
Disturbing indeed. And the disappointing part?
We still don't know why he came. The Ionians, that's easy. They're mercenaries. They came for plunder. But why Alcime was targeted? What anyone could have hoped to gain from it? We've learned nothing.
The Ionians. Are we sure they were nothing more than hired mercenaries?
As far as we can tell. We traced this particular band back to Ithaca. They were there about a month ago to reprovision. Our sources say they spoke there of a new job they'd just been hired for. A well-paying job.
Idis, what do you know of the Black Tongues?
Just the common rumors, really. They're a cult that worships the dark titaness Hecate. Like the Ionians, they place the old gods above Olympus. For centuries, the Black Tongues were the most feared assassins in Greece. I don't know if you remember, but when you were a boy, Alcime's father, King Lycomedes, waged a war against the cult. Until this attack, everyone thought he had eradicated them.
Apparently not. What is this report of trouble in the village?
Apparently, Zeno of Thessaloniki has arrived on Iolcus. His brother Menander fell during the attack.
Yes. I heard he was among the guests who were killed.
As you can imagine, Zeno is none too pleased. Thessaloniki has never been a friendly neighbor. Those cheese-eaters have been jealous of Zeus's favor for as long as anyone can remember.
I remember this Zeno. Loud, arrogant sort. Fancies himself a general.
Aye. Well, he's down in the village shouting at anyone who will listen, demanding compensation for his brother. He's got a couple of men with him, and the guard who made the report says there was a witch with him as well.
What is this private matter, Idis? You know you may speak freely with me.
Yes, well... It's time for me to step down, Jason. I'm not the man I once was. This attack made me realize I've grown old. I can't ask men to fight for me when I can't fight for them.
More than any man in Iolcus, you've earned the right to choose when your time has come.
I've got 3 men in mind who could do the job. The sooner you make your choice, the sooner I can start training them to take my place.
All right.
Let's see the men who would attempt to replace you.
Lieutenants Ivarius, Myron, and Platon, step forward. These 3 are equal in rank and seniority. I believe all 3 could do the job.
Lieutenant Ivarius, speak your case.
I am Ivarius, son of a farmer from the plains. I've known no other captain than Idis. If chosen, I will strive to lead as he does. Honor and sacrifice will be the hallmark of your guard.
Tell me, Ivarius, how would you defend the palace?
I would do as Idis did. Spread the guard throughout to spot any attack as soon as possible.
Well, we saw how that ended.
What do you think of your fellow lieutenants?
Both are dedicated in their own way. I'll speak no ill of them.
Myron, I guess.
Lieutenant Myron, make your claim.
My name is Myron. I come from a family of shepherds. For 3 years, I've led the Night Watch. Far too many died in the attack. It must not happen again. The guard could not survive another blow.
For 3 years you've led the Night Watch. This isn't Game of Thrones, my friend.
Let's hear how you would defend the palace, Myron.
Pull back the guard to the palace's living quarters, where the most people are. Important officials, yourself, Master Pelias, should have bodyguards at all times.
Pulling back the guards to a certain place will only give your enemy more ground he can defend himself. If you would stage an offensive from the living quarters, you would soon be defeated.
What do you think of your companions?
Dedicated, but reckless. In times such as these, we must be cautious.
No.
Lieutenant Platon, speak.
Platon, born a fisherman. but destined to be captain. King Jason, your guards have grown complacent. It's time to make a clean start, break them down, and build them up again. Instill discipline.
There's no need to break them down. Most guards were killed in the attack. You have recruits anyways.
Discipline without strategy only goes so far, Platon. How would you defend the palace?
To start, I'd have the guards off their asses and out scouring the island for the next threat. Those that must be here should be stationed in the royal court, the natural defensive point.
And what if they would infiltrate us? Then he would be defeated in a heartbeat.
What do you think of your companions?
They mean well, I suppose, but they don't have the balls to do what must be done. No offense.
And I suppose you do?
What is your counsel, Uncle?
From what I know, each of these men is capable. Wisdom says an unmarried man makes the best guard. No family to give him pause when he's asked to risk his life. Myron is not married, as I understand.
I don't think this choice impacts the rest of the game, but...
I've made my decision.
Who will it be then?
Definitely not Myron. Platon just seems reckless. And Various, well... We've already seen how that happened, but they did have a black tongue with them. That is a matter we can't foresee. Although in times of crisis, I myself have the opinion of that we should go out and search for threats, so I think I'm going to go for Platon.
Lieutenant Platon, I name you Captain of the Guard. I want our men sharp and ready for any threat at a moment's notice. May you always be first in battle and last to stand in our defense.
You've made the right decision. I'll make all of Greece envy the might of the Yolkan Guard.
All three of you. I am grateful the Guard has men of your quality. Dismissed.
I thank you, Jason. I'm sure my wife, Cipriana, will thank you too.
After a few months with you around all day, she may change her tune.
I'd like to go tell her the news.
Of course. Let's finish our business. Then you can go to the village.
We're done.
To be safe, let's keep the watch doubled, Idas.
As you say, Jason.
If I would have to choose that myself, I would probably have chosen all of them. Somehow they would make it work. But anyways, guys, this is where I'm going to end this episode. I will be right back. But I thank you all for watching. My name is Sethos, signing off.